What's up? Man, I'm gonna make a little video, okay? I just parked for the night from the Frieghtliner place right here in Nashville. I forget how you pronounce it, but dude, if you're in here and you drive a Frieghtliner, such as myself, my company is getting rid of them though. They are in the process of getting that taken care of. I don't know what to do with the business card. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Neely Coble Company. Here off Fessler's Lane in Nashville, Tennessee. I came in here today with some big problems, okay? My front steering axle on my passenger side was leaking, okay? That's a no-no. That's a big ticket, okay? They put me out of service. I knew this. I asked it on Big Rig Talk just to make sure because I was feeling sick a couple days ago. And it's been going through so much, I was just like, I can't remember, yeah, it is a ticket. I knew it was. But I wanted to ask, that's just how I am. And my airbags and one of my shocks on my cab, on the rear of my sleeper, the shock was broke. Right there where it bolts into the cab. Okay, and the airbags were deflated. When the shock broke, the cab had jumped, I guess, from a bolt, bent the actuator bar, and that was not causing it to the air to lift up, the airbags to inflate. So I had to get that fixed, and I just have a brand new leak on one of my drive shocks on my front left. Yeah. So I had to get that taken care of today. I told my company I was not going to drive it. Now, guys, a lot of you guys know, especially if you drive for a little company, maybe even some of the big companies, I've come to gather that they'll even tell you, well, can you make it here? Or let's get you a load, we'll get you back home so we can put it in the shop where you're at, or blah, 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 blah. Say no, okay? I've done that before. I'm like, all right. And I risked getting a huge ticket. I was oversized with the blowout. Mud flap gone, broken tail light because the tire flopping around. I drove it probably 80-something miles into Tulsa. And I was stupid and I was pissed at myself for doing it. But I did it. This time, I wasn't going to do it. I told them no. So if they ask you that, tell them no, I'm not moving it. You know, make sure you tell them, that that's going to be a ticket. And that's going to hurt your CSA score. It's going to hurt their score. And you're not doing it. It's unsafe. Okay, and if they insist, then you have a problem with the company you work for. Mine, on the other hand, they asked me if I could do it, if I could drive it back, and I had to explain to them it's that bad that I cannot. It is unsafe, and especially when it comes to steering, you do not play around when it comes to steering tires. Okay, you do not play around with them at all. If your steering is jacked up in any way, that could put you upside down in a ditch. Not smart, okay? No, I need to shave, man. I wonder if I can go in there to their bathroom and let me shave. They're open till midnight, the gate is, but the mechanics are there 24/7. Or 24 around the clock. I don't think they're there on Sunday. So that's pretty cool. But they're like, okay, my company's like, okay, they asked, but I had to remind them, let them know that it's that bad because they're not here with me. They can't see it for themselves. I can send them pictures, but, they don't really do it all that good of justice. So like, okay, let's put it in the shop. So they called our FleetNet people and they suggested this shop, and I drove in here probably 20 miles, maybe 20 something miles into Nashville from where I was at in Columbia, and put it in. Okay, and I'm glad I did. I put it in like about 1:30, and it took it about 3 hours to get into the shop. But once they got it in the shop, within 10 minutes, he had the first shock replaced, blah, 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 blah. Here it is, 8 o'clock. They were done with it like 7:30. So, awesome. I'm ready to roll. Just one day gone. Not a big deal. That was a lot to do, and a lot of other shops would, take forever to get in there to assess it, and then they'll come tell you, yeah, it's broken, what do you want to do? These people didn't do it. They're the real deal, so my hat's off to them. But, just keep in mind, like, yeah, if you have a problem like that and you know it's bad, don't let your company force you or bully you into driving it, okay? No load is not that important, okay? You don't want to pay the ticket, blah, 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 blah. There you go. So, with that being said, that's just a little tip right there. My battery's probably about to die. I might just keep talking until it ends. But, it's kind of because I kind of want to ramble. Yeah, but then they hopped on it. They were really cool about it. They hopped right to it. Got a nice lounge up top with nice recliners. They worked with you. They were really nice about it. They were really cool. And here I am. You know, I'm just outside the shop at this abandoned warehouse that I think they own, actually. I think they use it. But they said, yeah, because if it's too late, you know, I was like, it's going to be hard to get a place to, truck stop's going to be full around Nashville, easy, come nightfall, which it is now, about. And it's like, he told me, you can park up here, just back up like you're backing up to the dock, park it, come in the morning, be on your way, no problem. Just make sure you use the bathroom and everything, because we lock our gates up at midnight. So, I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, what was it? Neely Coble Company, the Frieghtliner place. I give them, out of 10 stars, I'd give them a 9.5. But they were really busy, so had a lot of trucks in line. But dude, they had a person just dedicated. Once they got in, he was dedicated to that truck. That was all he worked on. He wasn't bouncing around from truck to truck to truck, helping this person doing this, doing this. No, he would sit there, and I could walk up behind the bay where the little chain is and talk to him about what was going on. He was really cool about it. I asked him to check a couple more things, and he let me and him go back there, and I showed him some stuff, had him check it. Yeah, dude, I can't say enough about this place. I am impressed. I actually asked my boss, like, are we sure we're at a Frieghtliner shop? Because he's already working on it and replaced one part of it. I mean, within a few minutes, dude, he was, boom, gone. He went on, I saw him go under there with a shock, and the air hose is underneath there already, so I was like, what the heck? I walk back around somewhere, and I hear him use the air gun, and I'm like, dude, I hear an impact. Sure enough, I walk back over there just, 20 yards, and here he comes, scooting out with nothing. Pull the hose out, pull the impact out. I'm like, huh, wow. They didn't waste no time. So, even though it was kind of easy stuff, bolt-on stuff, real easy to see, not a lot of troubleshooting involved, a lot of shops, man, in my history can just, God, they drag and drag and drag. This place did not. So I'm very happy with these people. So, because my last one did not go so well. They're in Texarkana, the Lone Star Truck Group. I give them a 0.1 star. Very bad. Very bad. What, 2.5 days, it was in there. Okay, we fixed it. $2,700 paid. Drive 13 miles down the road or 11 miles down the road. Same problem. They didn't even fix it. Put it back in there for another, what was it, $1,400 to fix it. I'm just like, oh my God. And what could we do? We could argue about it. We could file a complaint, blah, 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 blah. They could just hold the truck and I'm screwed. So you basically just have to say, screw it, all right, fine, whatever. Here's your money, fine, and never go back there again. That's really all you can do. Otherwise, they'll hold your truck until you get it paid off or the claims taken care of or whatever. And that's not worth your time and effort. It's not worth your company's time and effort. My truck would not go any further. I could barely keep it at 55. It was wanting to regen. My red flashing light was on. My temperature for my exhaust light was on. So, and it wouldn't let me regen with that fault code going off and the engine light on. So I had no choice but to put it in there because I couldn't go anywhere. I wish I could have made it here to my delivery and put it in this shop, you know what I mean? But I didn't even have to get a hotel. I was all set looking into getting hotels. Didn't even have to do it. I am impressed. But, guys, I'm going to make me something to eat, relax, watch a little movie, and probably trim my beard up a little bit, hit it hard. I got one load on this all last week. One load. The $300-something load. Not good. So, this check's going to suck. I got to hustle and bustle this rest of this week. I get paid every 2 weeks, so this week I got to grind, boys. And this right here helped me out a lot. Just putting it in there for half a day. You know what I mean? I mean, basically 6-7 hours, they were done with it. I mean, that's like, what? So, and my truck's running good. Woo! That's nice. But, yeah. We're out of here. 10 minutes long. Ah! Y'all stay safe, guys, all right? God bless.
Don't